Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Courtney and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. If you're not new, thanks for coming back. It always means the world to me. So I'm here today to do a what sold on Poshmark and eBay for last week, which was February 4th through the 10th. And if you like reseller content, and specifically around Poshmark and eBay, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video as we go along, definitely feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It means the most to me. The #1 most requested YouTube video that I've gotten based off of YouTube comments in my other videos has been a what sold video. And so I wanted to come on. It has definitely required a little bit more editing and thought involved. And so I've kind of postponed it. If you are interested in this, I do what sold pretty much every week on my Instagram stories. The link to my Instagram is down below in the description. So please feel free to follow me there as well. Last week I had 76 items that sold, 64 were on Poshmark, 12 were on eBay. Keep in mind, I have only been reselling since August of 2018. I started my journey that month and was part-time until November of 2018. In the middle of December, I decided to join the eBay crew, and I only have approximately 300 active listings on eBay compared to 1,100 active listings on Poshmark. So I am trying to build my eBay platform, but it does take some time, and I fully anticipate my numbers for eBay to continue to grow. Last week I had 4 bundles. One was a 4-item bundle, one was a 2-item bundle, one was a 7-item bundle, and one was a 3-item bundle. This is by no means a typical week for me. It was a good week, and I hope to continue to have more of these weeks as I continue to grow. So with that said, I had $1,605 in gross sales, and that breaks down to $21.12 as an average sale price. That is low for me. In my first 6 months, if you watched that video, I did have an average sale price of approximately $25. And right now, I'm currently trying to move quite a bit of stale old inventory before I hold a yard sale in a few weeks when the weather clears up. And so you will notice a number of items in last week's sales and probably for the next few weeks that are lower than I would hope for. But those were items that I bought before I really understood how to look up comps. I do have another video on how I look up comps. So if you haven't checked that out, feel free. It's definitely in my list of videos. But with that said, sharing on Poshmark specifically does take time every single day. And what I'd like to do is remove about 200 to 300 items around the time of the yard sale so that I can potentially sell them there and get them out of my inventory and move on with more normal sales from items that I'm currently sourcing. So with that said, I'm just going to jump in and show you all the items that I sold on both platforms. This is a little bit of a longer video because it is 76 items, and I'm going to try and disclose as much information as I can while still remaining to be quick. So stay tuned for more, and I hope you enjoy. First up is this pair of Eileen dark gray skinny jeans. I bought these about a month ago at the bins, and they were approximately listed for, I believe, $32, and someone gave me an offer of $25, and I was happy to accept. This next one is an Annette Lepore black and cream striped camisole. This is beautiful. This designer does have kind of a loyal following. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but I had it listed for about $35. Someone came in with an offer, and I was trying to increase my sales. This was at the beginning of the week, so I was happy to accept because I knew that I was still going to make a profit. I did buy this at a regular thrift store, but I believe it was half off. This next 4 items was the first bundle of the week, and this was 4 very old items. So all of these items had been sitting for over 3 months. Some of them had been sitting for 5 months. And this Anthropology top was actually, it's the brand Akimi and Kin, and it was new with tags. It was sitting for about 5 months. It had a little bit of interest, but I was very surprised this didn't sell in that 5 month period of time, considering it was cute, new with tags, and even though it's extra small, I don't have a hard time selling all sizes. So I was happy when this was added to the bundle. The Democracy, I'm not quite sure where they sell that. This was picked, again, before I really knew how to look up comps, and it was based off of style. It was definitely a cute style, something I would wear, but it didn't have high comps after I knew, months down the road of really how to look them up. The Gap Boyfriend was I believe it was a yard sale find, and it was definitely cute, but I don't have too much luck with high comps on a number of mall brands. I'll still pick them up at the bins if I think they're a cute style. This one didn't really have anything super unique, so I wasn't surprised it sat for a while. And then the Torrid Dress, although Torrid has sold well for me, it doesn't sell for too much money for me, and this was a pretty simple kind of cold shoulder dress. So the offer on this was $35. Definitely lower than I would want, but I knew all of these items had been sitting for a while and I was happy to accept. Next item is a Free People blouse. This is actually a consignment item. If you saw my video around my first consignment experience, I did do a consignment thing with one of my friends who owns a small boutique, and she's got a lot of great, cute items that she wanted to get out of her closet, and I wanted to try out consignment. So I'm not making really much money on this because I do give her half of the sale price, which is what I agreed on, but I am happy to sell an item for her and I will make a few dollars. Next up is this bag that is a Moda Luxe. I believe they sell this at a number of different stores, and it's not super high end, but it is kind of a trendy brand. I believe I had marked this down. It's something that I would wear and I think is cute. It had a little bit of wear and it did have 2 straps, but I think it's perfect for spring and summer, and I'm happy it found a new home because I just think it's adorable. Next up is a pair of Sass Shoes. This is actually a pretty expensive comfort brand line of shoes, and I was actually just about to list them to eBay because I thought they would do better there. I had marked them down to about 18 on Poshmark because I just didn't have much interest, and I got this offer and I decided instead of going through the work of listing on eBay, I'll just let them go. I'm still making a small profit. They were a yard sale find, so they were very cheap, and I'm just happy to move them out of the inventory. Next up is this Anthropologie W5 tee. I thought this was adorable. This has been listed for about 5 months, and I did know it was Anthropologie when I bought it, and that was still the time when I thought Anthropologie was kind of gold. As far as sourcing, I've now learned that not all Anthropologie or Free People or a lot of brands sells just based off of the brand. So I am more selective. I do think this is still cute, and I may still pick it up at the bins if I found it, but it just didn't have any offers in 5 months, and so I had marked it down to $10. I was happy when someone swooped it up. Next up is an Adidas Grey Tee. I found this at the bins about a month ago. It's a men's tee, and it had this really cool little side pocket, and it kind of looked like it would fit a phone. I couldn't find any comps exactly on this item, and I couldn't really find anything comparable with that side pocket, so I wasn't quite sure how to price. I priced it at about $25, and someone came in with an offer of $20. I was happy to accept. Next up is a Vera Bradley. This was new with tags, super cute, small little hipster bag. And Vera Bradley does do well for me. It doesn't bring in a lot of money, but it's kind of a consistent seller. This was from a ThredUp box, and so I didn't make a huge profit on it, but I did get my money back. Next up is this Fossil sweater. This was, in my opinion, perfect for fall, and it's been sitting for about 4 months, and it had likes, but it just didn't get any offers, and I was kind of bummed because I thought it was just super cute. But with that, someone gave me an offer of $21. I was happy to accept. I believe I had this marked down a couple times, and I think when they gave me the offer, it was marked at about $28. Next up is this Trina Turk blouse. This was the first time I found Trina Turk. It was at a regular thrift store, and I was just excited to find the brand. However, I have learned that not all Trina Turk is created equal, So I am more selective with it, but I will still pick it up based off of style and item. So with that, I had marked this down to 10 and someone paid, just bought it outright for the $10. Again, there were a number of items like this that I was going to pull for the yard sale. Next up is this Cabby skinny jeans in this really pretty blue kind of aqua color. And I really thought these were cute. These were only listed for about a month and a half and a good size, size 6. And someone offered me 25. I was happy to accept. And next up is this Armani Exchange cream silk blouse. This was really pretty. I picked this up really before I knew anything about Armani. I just kind of saw the designer name and thought they were all created equal. However, I have since learned that this is kind of one of the lower price points of the Armani lines. And so I don't typically pick it up unless it's super unique. However, this was cute. It was listed. And I was glad when someone gave me an offer for 21. I believe I had it marked down one time, and I believe it was about $30 when they gave me that offer. This next one was a little disappointing for me because I have done well with cachet, and this style and size I thought was cute and on trend, and it sat for about 5 months. It did have likes, but it didn't have any offers. And so I had marked it down a number of times to hopefully inspire someone to buy it. And finally, a week ago, I marked it down again just to try and move it before I ended up pulling it for a yard sale. So it ended up selling for $9, which is what I had it listed for. Next up is a bundle of 2 items. These two, one was a little bit older, one was very new. So the J. Crew, the Tarantino cabin cardigan sweater, actually had a lot of likes. It did have an offer that was pretty low that I ended up countering and they didn't end up accepting. And the Linea Pele is I believe that's how you pronounce it, is a brand that is sometimes sold at Anthropologie. Really cute belt. I found it at the bins recently. And someone actually created the bundle, sent me a comment in the bundle and said, will you accept 40? Instead of trying to haggle, I decided it was still a good profit margin on both of the items. So I just sent them a message back and said, feel free to send me the offer. And they did, and it was accepted. This Chico's jacket was something that was purchased about 4 months ago, again, before comps and really knowing that there are definitely some challenges with certain brands like Chico's just being oversaturated in the market despite style. I think this style is super cute. I would probably still pick it up at the bins. However, it didn't have much interest. I'm not sure why, because I think season, as far as when it was listed during the fall, was appropriate, but it was marked down a number of times and someone came in and just purchased it at the $15 rate, which is what it was listed at. And I was happy that it's going to a new home. I still made a small profit. Next up is another Vera Bradley. This is another thread-up bag and super cute paisley print in a fun pink color. Again, this was also marked down once, and I believe it was marked down to 19. Someone gave me an offer of 16, and I was happy to accept. Next up is a Jack's Girlfriend flannel button-down, and I actually own this exact flannel. I am a huge flannel person, and I do like this brand. It's an affordable, in my opinion, cute brand. And so I was excited when someone bought it when it was marked down to 15, and they just bought it outright. Next up is a Lou and Gray. This was new with tags. I did buy this at a regular thrift store. However, it was before I really knew where Lou and Gray was from. It was kind of picked up based off of style and new with tags. You can see right here that the original price was $49.50. I believe this brand is actually off of the Loft. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's what I've heard from a number of people. So I haven't heard too many great things about it selling, but if the style was right, I would probably still pick it up if I could get it at the bins and just didn't have the expectation it would go for much. But I was happy to see this go. I think I had it listed for about 15 and someone gave me an offer for 12. I was happy to accept. Next up is a pair of Merrells. These actually are a brand that have a loyal following. and I was kind of surprised they sat for so long. They did sit for about 4 months, and I marked them down, and finally someone gave me an offer of 17, and I was happy to accept. I believe those were a yard sale find. Next up is a J. Crew Factory new with tags. I don't say, or I won't say that I won't pick up J. Crew Factory. I think they have some really cute things, and new with tags is always great. But this style was pretty simple and plain, even though I do like the denim kind of look, and this would be adorable with the leggings. It did get a few likes, but it just didn't have much activity. I had marked it down to 15, and someone gave me an offer of 10, and I was happy to accept. This sweater actually had a number of likes, and I was surprised it sat all the way through fall. It did sit for about 3 months, and I just didn't have any offers. I had marked it down a couple times, and finally someone gave me an offer of 25, and I accepted. Next up is this Zara Woman new with tags. This also sat for about a little over 4 months, and I was surprised it didn't sell. It was a great size of extra large. If it were new with tags, I would have happily worn it while it was waiting to be sold. But yeah, it had some likes and just no offers. Finally got an offer after I had marked it down, and I was happy to accept. I believe I had marked it down to about 20, so the 16 was a good offer in my opinion. This Rolling Stones classic tee is adorable. It had all these little sequins on the front. I personally like graphic tees that are oversized, and this was definitely more of a fitted style and a size small. So I think that was kind of what played into it sitting for a while. It was a yard sale purchase, so it's still going to make a small profit, but probably wouldn't pick it up again in the future just because of the size, and I'm just not a big graphic tees person as far as the return. I know that some people do quite well with it. I just personally haven't had much luck. And then I had a 7-item bundle. All of these items, with the exception of, let's see, one, were all listed over 2 months, and some of them were listed over 4 months. So this J. Crew had been listed for about 2 months. This Cavallini had been listed for about 4 months. Thought this was super cute. It had stars on it. I didn't know the brand. It was before I knew how to look up comps, and I thought it would be cute for 4th of July. This Cloth and Stone was about a month old from a bins haul. I found a number of Cloth and Stone at the bins, and I've been a little disappointed with the comps, but I do like the style, and I guess that kind of gets me every time. This Anthropologie Tabitha sat for about 4 months. It was super cute, but I think it would probably be perfect for spring over kind of a cute dress, just because of the cropped style. This lamb jacket had a lot of interest on both eBay and Poshmark, and this was the first offer that I got. I was surprised. The comps on it were great. It was perfect for fall with the colors, and I just didn't get any offers. So with that, I had marked it down a couple times. Someone obviously came in with a bundle offer, and the bundle total for all of these was $130. I was happy to accept. This Free People snap front top was also cute. This was another simple item. Typically with Free People, I won't pick up items unless there's something unique or kind of boho about it, and this was definitely not in that category, but it was still cute, something I would wear. This Madewell button down was also something kind of before I knew that all Madewell is not created equal. It was cute. Again, it was something I would wear, but it just didn't have anything super unique about it. So I was happy with the $130 offer. And next up is a pair of Sperry topsider boat shoes. These were from a ThredUp shoe box. I do have a video on that box in my list of videos. These shoes weren't in perfect condition, but it was kind of a classic boat shoe style with the navy and white, and so I didn't worry that they weren't going to sell. Someone gave me an offer of 21. I believe I had them listed at 30, and I was happy to accept. Next up is a pair of little girls new with tags Ralph Lauren shorts. These were a yard sale find. I think my mom found these. I don't pick up this brand. I don't think she does really that much, but they were new with tags, cute, and they were very cheap at a yard sale. So I'm not sure if we would pick these up again because we both kind of learned that the comps for kids is not that great, but they did sell and they're cute. So I'm glad they're going to a new home. Next up is a Got to scroll down. A scarf from the Thread Up outerwear box that I did a video on. This was new with tags as well. I think the original price was about $29 and someone gave me an offer of $15 and I accepted. I think I had it listed at about $20. A little lofty, but that's okay. I have a bundle of 3 items. This was one of my favorite bundles of the week. One of my favorite dresses, which was this Nicole Miller. It was kind of this gold, very, I don't really know how to describe it, but beautiful dress. And it did have a number of likes on eBay. So I was kind of expecting it to sell on eBay, but a repeat customer from Poshmark put it in a bundle along with this Anthropology top from, I believe this was from the bins, and then this Fossil bag, which was also from the bins. She put it in a bundle, offered me $100, and I was happy to accept. These Current Elliott were from a recent bins haul as well. Someone bought them full price for $40. Pair of Gap Sexy Boyfriend fit distressed jeans. These were cute and kind of perfect for spring and summer with the little rolled cuffs and a good size of 18. Someone gave me an offer. I believe I had them listed at 25. They gave me an offer of 17. I was happy to accept. Another Torrid or another plus size piece of the Torrid line, and I was surprised this didn't sell before New Year's because it just kind of has that New Year's vibe, and it has been listed for about 3 months. By the way, the Gap jeans I believe were a bins find as well. This Torrid was a regular thrift store. I just thought it was going to go perfect for New Year's Eve, and there were some likes and just no one pulled the trigger. So when someone gave me an offer of 17 off my original price of 25. I think I originally had it listed for 35 and had marked it down a couple times just because it was after New Year's and I wasn't quite sure if it would move, but happy to see it go and still a good profit, decent profit. These jeans were another consignment item for my friend, so I only get a small portion of this. She does get half, and then the fees are taken out of my half. But this is a really great brand. I was happy to see a good offer on it. I think I had them listed at $80. These Columbia hiking pants were also great, great bins find. I know Columbia doesn't do particularly well, but people do search for it. It's a great kind of hiking and outdoor wear line, and I knew that they probably would sell, so I picked them up, and I was happy that someone gave me an offer. I believe I only had them listed at about $20. This is beautiful. It's a silk BCBG Max Azria. It was kind of a short dress or tunic, and I don't pick up this brand as much as I originally did because I do know that it doesn't move quickly for me, but they still have some really beautiful pieces, and I'll probably still continue to pick it up for the right piece. And someone gave me a good offer, and I was happy to accept. This jacket was in a recent haul from the bins. Really fun jacket. I wasn't sure if I was going to list it because the comps on eBay and Poshmark were very inconsistent, and I thought maybe I'd just send it into the real, but it is a designer Marna Rowe, and their original prices are very expensive. This is a lamb's leather on the accents and the sleeves, and so I got it listed, and someone bought it for $60, which was great. These leggings I picked up at a regular thrift store, again, before I knew how to look up comps, so they've probably been sitting for about 3 or 4 months, and they're not anything special. Ivy Park is I believe, the Beyonce athletic wear line, and although some of the comps are good, I just didn't get much interest in these kind of simple gray ones, so I had marked them down to about $15. I don't typically take offers that low off of my asking, but because I was going to pull it for a yard sale, I knew I would make more if I sold it this way than not. So I went ahead and accepted. This is actually one of my favorite pieces from the closet, and it has been sitting for about 4 months, and it is just stunning. The button details on the sleeves and down the front were just beautiful. It was just a really unique piece, but I don't think people know what this brand is. Again, I don't typically pick up based off of style because of examples like this, a piece I really love that I think someone else would love, and it just doesn't get much traction. However, someone did give me an offer of $22. I think I had marked it down a number of times, and I was happy to let it go. Small profit, and hopefully the new owner enjoys it. And next up, we have a Vineyard Vines tunic, kind of beach cover-up. And don't mind the wrinkles. I tried to steam this and just had a hard time getting the wrinkles out. I finally gave up and just started taking photos. Sometimes that just happens, but this has been sitting for about 4 months. I know it wasn't the right season, and I know some people do really well with this brand. I haven't had too many pickups from this brand, so I won't rule it out completely, but I had marked it down a couple times. Was happy to see the offer of 15. This was from a regular thrift store, so not a huge profit. This was a really cute top from the bins. I believe my mom found this, and it was just fun. Lucky brand is very hit or miss with us, but it does sell, and some of the cute pieces like this can still do pretty well. So happy to see that go. I think I had it listed for 25, and someone gave me the offer of 20. This Cabby top is not new with tags, is a newer tag Cabby. And although I thought it was cute, I don't think in the photo or the stream of photos, I don't think it had much interest. It definitely didn't have much interest, and it's been sitting for about 5 months. So I had marked it down a number of times. I think it was marked down to about 10 or 9. So either someone bought it full price at what it was, or they just offered $1 or $2 less, but I wasn't going to refuse any offer that was reasonable because it was just going to get pulled for a yard sale. This English Laundry men's kind of embroidered button down was a recent bins find, I believe, from my mom, and I've had some pretty good luck with men's items just in general, so I am trying to pick more of it up. This was listed at 25, and someone gave me an offer of 20. Happy to accept. These Madewell Sassoni kind of a collab shoes I found at a regular thrift store, and I knew I wasn't going to get much, but I thought they would be kind of a quick sale. They did sit for about a month and a half, but had a lot of interest, just no offers, and finally someone came in to offer 25 on them, and I was happy to accept. This Maeve silk tank has been listed for about 4 months. Again, kind of the wrong season, but I have sold a number of summer items during the winter, and this just didn't get much activity. So I had marked it down to 10, and someone bought it outright. These Ted Baker I did not include in my calculations of the 76 items because this actually was canceled. So someone purchased this, and when I went to go package it up, I remembered that the measurements were a little strange. It did say 32R on the tag. However, when I did the inseam measurement, it came out to 27. It was disclosed in a picture right here, but the measurements, he in fact hadn't, and so he asked if there was a way to cancel. I obviously said yes and canceled the order, and I'm just happy that he didn't get pants that he was disappointed with. And sometimes I do that if I'm a little worried that maybe they missed something. This Stagecoach Tee was definitely an early purchase, but this Stagecoach is a festival in California, a country music festival, and it's quite popular, and I just thought it was cute, but definitely didn't have high comps. I think it was listed at 15. Someone offered 11. I was happy to accept. This Eddie Bauer jacket is actually from my mom's closet, and yeah, it had been sitting for a few months, not much activity, and it had been marked down. I think I marked it down to about 25. Someone gave me the offer of 18, and I accepted. This Free People New Romantics has also been sitting for about 4 months, which is surprising because the New Romantics I've heard does quite well for people. $30 on a Free People top is not bad by any means. I think I had started it probably at about 45 because the comps showed that it did well. This top on the stock photos looked much cuter because it kind of had this peplum design on it. I try not to use stock photos anymore. I have used them in the past, and if I absolutely have to, I might use it as a second or third photo, but I try to avoid that at all costs. I think I was kind of hoping that maybe when I got a mannequin, this would be one of those items I could rephotograph, but someone gave me an offer of 30. I was happy to accept. These INC skinny jeans were super cute, great size of 18W, and they were a bins find, so definitely didn't cost much. I only had them listed for about 25, so I was happy with the offer. This Ferragamo tie was from a regular thrift store, but only cost about $1. I think it was $1.30, $1.40, just under $1.50. And I had it listed pretty high because the comps did seem pretty high. you just scroll up, you can see some of the other comparable ties that are listed quite high. So I had it listed for 45. Someone came in with an offer of 20. That is significantly lower than I typically accept. I usually never accept offers that low, but I knew the cost of goods. I also knew it was just kind of great to move some inventory, so I accepted. This clutch was something from my own personal closet. I used it a number of times in San Francisco when I would go out to dinner and drinks with friends. Just kind of a nice pop of gold, and it wasn't anything fancy. I think I only had it listed for about 15, so I was fine with the $12 offer. These Joystiq pants, or just kind of comfy pants, they were super cute. This is, I believe, a Johnny Was line, but they were from the bins, but they had a mark on them. So I completely disclosed it. Super cute instead, I mean, still, and I thought they would still sell. Someone gave me an offer of 25. I was happy to accept. These Charles David over-the-knee boots also sold. I think this is the last item of the week on Poshmark, and this was a retail arbitrage item. I don't typically do too much retail arbitrage. I haven't had too much luck with it. I will try it again in the future when I am a little bit more understanding of not picking up things that might be oversaturated right away. So I didn't make a huge profit on this, but I at least got my money and a small profit back, and I'm happy with that. Okay, and last up, just a few more of eBay sales. I've got these two Ted Baker garment bags that I found at the bins. I was hoping to get about 10 to 12 per bag, and I decided to list them together. Someone actually came in with an offer of 20, and I was happy to accept since they were very lightweight as far as the cost and also to ship. These Joe's jeans were a men's pair of jeans in good condition, kind of that worn feel, but still in good condition from the bins. Someone gave me an offer of 24. I accepted. Also keep in mind that I do offer free shipping. I approximate about $5 per item for shipping. Some items only cost $3 and some items cost a little bit more if they are heavier, but my average currently with eBay is approximately $5. The Jones New York blazer is actually from the outerwear box from ThredUp that I have a video on as well. And I wasn't expecting too much with this. I mean, it was silk, but I just haven't sold this brand before, so I was not sure. I typically don't accept super low offers because I offer free shipping on eBay, but someone offered me 26. I just kind of wanted to move it since it was the end of the season. I was happy to accept. This Bowden blouse had a lot of interest. I think it had 5 watchers on eBay, and someone bought it outright at 19, which is what I was asking for. Very lightweight, so very cheap to ship, and it was a bins find. This was also a bins find. It was the Anna Sui, the designer that I think I mentioned in a recent video. Someone offered me 40 on this, and I accepted. I had 2 solo shoes that sold in the same day. This is a solo of the Teak's shoe, and it sold. Someone gave me an offer of $30 and I accepted. And then this Tory Burch single sold. Someone gave me an offer of 15 and I obviously accepted. Both of them were bins finds. This was also a bins find and a recent one, and I was very happy when I got an offer for $75 on them. I knew that they had pretty decent comps. Because I offer free shipping, I knew they were heavy and bulky and probably would be a little bit more expensive to ship. But when you remove the fees, cost of goods, and shipping, I still made a profit of about $50, which is great. I'm not sure why I picked this up. It was a bins find, pretty much cost nothing. Just a little cami from the Aritzia line, Wilfred. I have sold this brand a number of times and it does quite well for me. But this is just a basic black cami. So I did have it listed for 19, but I was kind of willing to accept anything because I didn't think it would sell. Someone gave me an offer of 10, still made a profit of about $5 when you remove everything. This Disney bag was new with tags from Disney Parks, and it was a bins find. Someone gave me an offer of 35. Again, I don't typically accept that low of offer on eBay, but I knew the cost of goods and it would be able to ship first class because of the weight. So I decided to accept. This is a pair of Lila Ryan, which is a Stitch Fix line, and I found these at the bins. I didn't think these would sell either, or at least quickly. but someone gave me an offer of 20 and I was happy to accept. And then this last item was a regular thrift store. I actually had this in a recent Bins versus Store video. And this is a designer that is accepted by The Real. I wasn't familiar with it, but the comps are kind of hit or miss. I did price it a little high, and someone gave me an offer of $32.99, and I decided to accept because I would still be able to get a profit, and I just wasn't sure how quickly it would sell. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video of what sold. If you want to see more of what sold, feel free to follow me on Instagram and keep track of my Insta stories, especially on Mondays. And I definitely hit the thumbs up if you like this video, so that maybe in the future, maybe once every few months, I'll do one of these just to have it on YouTube. But I hope everyone's having a good day, and I will see you in the next video.